little more time! I'm sick of you! Paper else! Hey, take it easy, damn it! FBI, open up!
Confidence is a feeling of certainty or self-assurance about what you can do. Being confident is literally feeling confidence, bold, and self-assured. Synonyms include optimistic, positive, certain, sure, and hopeful. And to be self-confident is to be confident of your own abilities. Synonyms include assured and sure of yourself. These are all factors that would affect what you do and how well you do it. Without it, you would not have the drive to do a task enthusiastically or aim for your goal wholeheartedly and show your full efficiency in whatever you do. This is displayed and shown as evidence through several, if not all, works of media such as movies, manga, and even anime. Today, we will look at an example through an anime, namely Hunter x Hunter, or as the Japanese call it, Hunter x Hunter. Now, really quick, don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on so that you guys don't miss my future uploads. Thanks so much for the support, and let's continue with the video. This anime revolves around Gon. He aspires to become a hunter, an exceptional being capable of greatness. They regularly risk their life to seek unknown items, hidden treasures, exotic living creatures, and much more. With his aspiration to become one, he decides he's going to become a professional hunter and leaves the island. Now, to become a hunter, he must pass the hunter examination. This is where he meets and befriends 3 other applicants, Kurapika, Nario, and Killua. And as we get to see him go through the formidable hurdles of the hunter examination, we get to meet a character who's known as the Rookie Crusher. His name is Tonpa. It starts off with him being introduced in episode 3 as a contestant who's tried literally 35 times and failed. Damn! By the time we get to episode 4, we already know that he's quite conniving in befriending people and making them think that he's all for rooting for them when he's just about everyone's downfall, and he basically feeds off that. How many of you know that you literally have people that just feed off your failures? They feed off of whatever makes you disappointed. They feed off of anything that gets you down. One of the first strategies to do that is really to attack your confidence. And they'll love to attack your confidence just to get you to that stage so they can get a high off that. And Tonpa is literally this person in this anime. We got an introduction for him in episode 3, but we really got to see just how much he really gets to enjoy the downfall of others in this aspect from episode 4. The applicants are still in the hunter exam and they're running continuously for 2 hours, a distance of over 30 kilometers from where they came from. Leorio starts to get exhausted and he becomes irritated when he sees an applicant using his skateboard. He sees it as a mockery to the hunter exam, but Gon defends the applicant, saying that the examiner just told them to follow him. He didn't specify how. So the applicant takes an interest in Gon and asks for his age, and then when he realizes that Gon is basically the same age, a kid just like him, he jumps from his skateboard and starts running alongside Gon. And that's how we get the introduction of Killua. Meanwhile, exhaustion and frustration begins to take its toll on Nicholas, a fat geeky contestant who's all about calculations. He initially thought that they were near the exit based on his calculations, and he realized he was way off, and the Amori brothers actually start taunting him even more, and this actually discourages him from the emotional abuse and exhaustion combined. Right after his downfall, we see Tonpa actually approaching and paying the Amori brothers for what they just did. So that's really our first example of the character of Tonpa. Our second example really comes from where they're actually at the Trick Tower, a prison where long-term criminals are kept. At this point, they're at the 3rd phase of the Hunter exam, and their objective is to safely arrive at the bottom of the Trick Tower within 72 hours. One of the examinees tried to just climb down and got eaten by a 6-legged flying beast, so there was no real straightforward approach to doing this. After a while, Gon and the team realizes that the number of people are decreasing. Gon finds out that the way is to actually flip one of the many large stone tiles. When they do that, they enter the tower, all of them ending up in the same room. They actually see 5 watches in the room with 2 buttons on each of them, an X and an O. The prison warden then lets them know that they need a 5th person to advance further into the tower. That is because the route they have chosen is majority rules, wherein they have to vote to do certain things in the tower when given 2 choices. Under that concept, the choice that gets the most votes wins. This is when the group is joined by Tonpa inside the trick tower. This happens 2 hours later, and with him joining them, a door appears, and they have to vote whether or not to open it. Everyone votes to open it except Tonpa. They walk into another room with one door on the left and the other on the right. Subsequently, they get a choice of whether to go either left or right. Gon and Leorio chose the right door, and the rest chose to go to the left, and Kurapika explains that most of the time, a person will choose to go to the right, so he says it might be a better idea to go left. The team advances through and finds themselves in a large room with a platform in the middle. On the other side, there are 5 prisoners. Gon and the rest must beat at least 3 of them in the challenge to advance in the tower. The warden explains that there can be no draws and that the prisoners get a year off their sentence for every hour they delay the examinees. The first prisoner is Bendot, who has been sentenced for 199 years for robbery and murder. Tonpa volunteers to go first. The challenge is a fight, and as we're surprisingly about to get a fight, Tonpa immediately gives up and then confesses to the team that he never actually wanted to be a hunter, but he only enjoys screwing people over. And he actually does this consistently, feeding off of this, and that's really what gets him on his high. And that's basically the main example of the lesson here. You have people that literally enjoy attacking your confidence just to see you fail. A lot of the things that you want to do in life, it doesn't matter your goal, it could be your promotion, it could be to approach someone that you're interested in, it could be to do something major in your life that you're really interested in, but if you don't have the confidence, then that alone can even stop you from really projecting yourself farther in life than you expected. For example, there's a fight that came after with Kurapika. This was after Gon's fight that came after Tompa's defeat. Majitani literally only relies on scaring and intimidating his enemies to make them surrender, basically using these as tactics to destroy the confidence of his enemy to make sure that he wins the fight. He even boasts about how many people he's killed and keeps multiple heart tattoos numbering them. He even shows that spider tattoo on his back that he says is related to the phantom trope and that he's actually a member. When Kurapika notices the spider tattoo though, his eyes become scarlet and he beats him with one devastating punch, knocking him out but not killing him. Kurapika then tells him to remember 3 things. A genuine phantom trope tattoo has the member's number inscribed on the spider tattoo's back. Second, they've murdered so many people that it's impossible to count. And third, never to mention phantom trope to him again, otherwise he'll kill him. So he ultimately wins the match. Point being that he still added to the success of the team, progressing to the next level, and if he lost his confidence because of the intimidating scare tactics that Majitani used, he would have lost the match. So yeah, we have Majitanis in life too. In life, we have a lot of Tonpas, some more than others, and it doesn't even matter the number of Tonpas. It really matters how you let their efforts affect you, because they can say something, they can do something that really messes with your perspective of yourself and the situation, and have you give up like Nicholas did. Really and truly, what you have to do is learn to ignore the Tonpas in your life, and teach yourself to always have confidence, because regardless, even the team members themselves, regardless of learning what Tonpa did, they didn't get discouraged and gave up. They continued and pushed on further just the same. That's the approach that we have to take. There are a lot of side effects to having a lack of self-confidence than just not accomplishing your goals though. I mean, no one wants depression, stagnation, or regret, for example. So you have all the world to gain when you keep your confidence up. So please, don't stand in your own way in getting the best out of your life. You can be surprised from how much you can gain from just having confidence in yourself. You can move from being basic to being your best under stress. You can be able to influence others. You can have great leadership skills. You'll be able to feel your actual value, and it will help you with your promotion in life and give you the energy that you need to go after it. So if you haven't done that before, you need to start doing that now and start making the best of yourself. If you've made it this far into the video, thanks so much for watching, and if you learned anything new or have anything insightful regarding this topic, please drop it down in the comment section below. I'd love to talk about it with you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Time! I'm sick of you! Perez! Hey, take it easy, damn.